इनका नाम क्या है सर? सर इनका नाम क्या है जो हमारे रूम जाते हैं? नहीं बढ़िया है।
Good evening. Am I audible? Can you confirm, please?
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
Thank you for confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Good evening and welcome to all in this national conference on multidisciplinary approaches in social sciences and humanities. I am Sudhanshu Sekhar, President 360 Research Foundation, and we are doing this conference in both hybrid mode, online and offline. And we are going to start today's online session. We have many guests here. Uh, uh, Including Professor Jitendra Mohan sir, President Asia Pacific Association of Psychology, former President International Society of Mental Training for Excellence. We have today's speaker, Professor Umadevi Kovuru. Ma'am is member of Executive Council, Sri Padmavathi Mahila Viswavidyalam, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and ma'am is member of Collegium of ICSSR, Government of India. And we have another speakers in upcoming days, means tomorrow. We have Dr. Priya ma'am, she is assistant professor, Department of Food and Nutrition, Institute of Home Science, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Agra. And we will have Dr. Sarika Srivastava ma'am, a researcher, author, and examiner, informative speaker, and ma'am is associate professor in IIHM. Um, and PRIMS University of Mumbai. And today's speaker, first speaker was Professor Vinupant ma'am. She will be joining tomorrow. And ma'am is presiding officer, internal complaint committee, uh, professor and former head, Department of History, Sikkim University, Gangtok. And we will have Dr. Sakshi Naresh Khatri ma'am, and ma'am is academic coordinator for MMS program, PRIMS College Maharashtra, and we will have Dr. Minal Parikh ma'am, assistant professor, St. Francis Saint Institute of Management and Research, Maharashtra. And our advisor is Professor V. Renoga Devi, Emeritus Professor, former chairperson, School of Linguistics and Communication, former head, Department of Linguistics, Madurai, Kamraj University, Madurai. And in our organizing committee, including me and Dr. Surendra Rai sir, Principal TPMA College, Narkatiyaganj. This program is we are doing this program in association with the TPMA College, which is a constituent unit of Dr. Bihar University, Muzaffarpur. We will have Dr. Ashish Pandey sir, Chairman Philosophical Research Council from Banaras, and this conference organizing secretary is head of department, Dr. Kumar Devdutt, Department of Philosophy and Global Justice in 360 Research Foundation. Today's convener is Dr. Chandra Bhushan Batha, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Political Science, TP Irma College, Narkatiyaganj. We have co-convener Atul Benigre, Professor of Practice, MIT Viswaprayag University, Maharashtra. And we have joint secretaries also. So Dr. Ravikant Soni, Amit Kailas Rani, Dr. Avinash Kumar, Mr. Bevakar Kumar, Dr. Sweta Ramendra Kumar, Dr. Meena Masru, Dr. Vandana Prabhakar Dangle, and Dr. Prajakta. Same. Let me introduce you about organization. Uh, 360 Research Foundation is a national level foundation working in different verticals. Our main, we can say that in if I explain about organization, we are the troubleshooter on in this society. Currently, we have 26 specialized department and 10 institution working in different verticals. And we have signed MOU with many government and private institutions like Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Lovely Professional University, Allen City University, Bhopal, and Chaudhary Charan Singh PG College, Basti, and many more. We have signed MOU with many government and private companies also. And let me introduce about this today's session. Yeah, today's session is starting from this evening, and uh, today, we have our HOD, Dr. Kumar Devdutt. If you have any question and if you want to ask something related to philosophy, related to this conference, related to this department, and anything, if you want to ask from organization, Dr. Kumar Devdutt will answer you. And I'm going to invite Professor Umadevi Kovuru, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am, have you joined? Professor Uma Devi, ma'am. Let me check. Ma'am is,
She has joined, yes.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm here.
ma'am, on behalf of 360 Research Foundation, I welcome you for today's lecture. And your guidance in this multidisciplinary approaches in research in social sciences will help us to learn and will help many research scholar and your experience will guide us and will show a very good path to grow to gather more and more knowledge. Ma'am, once again, I welcome you. Please, you can start your lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Mm,
Good evening,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Good evening. And yes, yes, video is also on. Okay. Good evening, all. And let me first greet 360 Research Foundation for conducting such a wonderful event, National Conference on Multidisciplinary Social Research and Humanities. Let me first thanks the Research Foundation, Dr. Sudhan Sukumar, uh, by whose mail I come to know that the such foundation is there, and he sent an invitation. So I am very much interested in research. That is why I accepted and I agreed. I gave my consent to be a panelist. So he entrusted me to give a lecture. And I selected a topic that multidisciplinary research in social sciences, challenges and benefits. That is a today's topic I wish to deliver to you. So with this, it's my pleasure to share some of my views on multidisciplinary approaches in social sciences and what are its challenges and benefits. So coming to this, present day world, if you observe the present day world, we can divide or categorize the entire world into three types of countries. One is developed, and the second is underdeveloped, developing, and third is underdeveloped. So, if among these three categories of countries, uh, multidisciplinary research is more important to the underdeveloped countries, because one of the characters of underdeveloped countries is which attempt to development rapidly is its enthusiasm towards the research. So their enthusiasm, main enthusiasm is research, because to solve their problems and to join with the underdeveloped countries, and also research is very important for them, because why it is a research which can solve their problems and which can identify their existing problems. Therefore research is the main tool or technique which provides a solution to the existing problems faced by the world in general and underdeveloped countries which thrive for development in particular. So, before understanding the what is multidisciplinary or research, it is better to understand the definition and the meaning of research according to Pauline V. Young, because I like her definitions and all. So I quote that according to Pauline V. Young, research, social science research is what she defined is, it may be defined as a scientific understanding which by means of logical and systematic techniques aims to. So first of all, a research is a uh, undertaking, a scientific undertaking. It is a scientific undertaking and which by means of logical and systematic techniques. So some techniques using aims at discover new facts or verify and test the old facts. So the main purpose of research is discover the old facts. What are the old facts resulting in their underdevelopment, and test the old facts and discover the new facts, what facts are necessary for their development. And second, according to her definition, analysis of their sequences, interrelationships, and casual explanations which are derived within an appropriate theoretical frame of reference. So, keeping in view of their underdevelopment and factors resulting in their underdevelopment, what that is, they try to develop new scientific, analysis of their sequences and interrelationships and casual explanations which are derived within an appropriate theoretical frame of reference so that their underdevelopment may be solved. And third, according to Pauline V. Young, third aim is develop new scientific tools, concepts, and theories which would facilitate reliable and varied study of human behavior. So these are the aims of social science research. Keeping in view of these aims, we can understand that what are the aims and purpose of research is to collection, analysis, saving, and generalization of the existing facts and predicting and controlling of future course of action. So that is the main object or aim or purpose of the research. What is the main purpose is? That is collection. And collection means collection of what? Collection of facts which are responsible for the underdevelopment, and collection of facts which are useful for the development. So these facts they collect and by investigating, and what are the factors collected, then they analyze them in a sequence and saving them and generalization of the existing facts. So what are they compare with the facts which they investigated, they compare with the existing facts and predicting and controlling of future course of action. So based upon this comparison, what are the old facts which are responsible for their underdevelopment, what are the new factors which will give them result for the development, they develop a what is that, a future course of action. So that is the purpose of the social research. Then coming to the sorry. So, hence, to achieve all the goals and objectives, it is not enough to confine social research only to specific field of study. So, it can be possible only through multidisciplinary approach of research. So, in order to uh, go for further development or thrive for development, it is not enough to confine social science research only to particular area of study or particular field of study. It should uh, extend to all the matters, all the disciplines of research. Then only it is possible that research is known as multidisciplinary research. That means it is not confined only to particular field of study, particular subject, particular area, but it extends to different areas of study, different fields of study, which will result in the development of the underdeveloped countries. So that is why research is very, very important to the underdeveloped countries, especially. Of course, in general, entire world required, whether it is developed or underdeveloped or least developed, but especially they are very important for the countries which are in the walking on the path of development. So now those days are gone where scholars primarily operated within the confines of their respective disciplines, because only suppose I am a law professor. So if I want to confine only legal factors means law is all pervasive. So all the fields come into the legal framework. So I have to have certain knowledge about all other fields also. Then only it is possible to give a research findings in a suitable manner. So those days are gone where we confine only to a particular area. Now, today, the pursuit of knowledge after transcends the traditional boundaries, giving rise to multidisciplinary research, which is a powerful research approach that seeks to tackle complex problems by drawing from various fields of study. So that is why multidisciplinary research is gained lot of importance in the present day era, especially in the present era marked by the rapid advancement of technology and knowledge. So in the present era where we are in now, in the society where we live in, is rapid advancement. It is marked by a rapid advancement of both the technology and the knowledge. Research has evolved into a dynamic and interdisciplinary endeavor. So it is not possible in the present society to limit our research only to a particular field, because the society is already advanced ahead of us, and it has advanced knowledge and technology. It is research also should become a dynamic and interdisciplinary endeavor. So this approach recognizes that social phenomena are multifaceted and require a comprehensive understanding and travels beyond the limitation of a simple discipline. So that is the meaning and necessity of multidisciplinary research in the social sciences. So a multidisciplinary approach in social science involves integrating knowledge and perspectives from various social science disciplines like sociology, psychology, uh, political science, economics, law, etc., to address complex social issues. So we can understand now with this advancement and technology advancement, a multidisciplinary approach is what? It is a multidisciplinary approach in social science. What it involves is integrating knowledge. So it integrates the knowledge and perspectives from various social science disciplines. It is not confined to one particular discipline, and it is not possible also nowadays, because if you want to study any problem, any solution, find any solution, it requires the knowledge of various fields of disciplines. This approach recognizes that social phenomena are multifaceted and require a comprehensive understanding that transcends the limitations of a simple discipline. Therefore, the multidisciplinary approaches in social sciences involves framing, drawing upon and combining knowledge, methodologies, and perspectives from various social science disciplines, and even from other fields like natural sciences or humanities, to give a more comprehensive understanding and uh, solve the complex social problems. So in this era, in the present day society, multidisciplinary approach of research is very, very essential. And what is the multidisciplinary research is? In this approach, researchers from different disciplines collaborate on a single project. So here the one project is sanctioned, it is not confined only to a researcher who belongs to a particular area. So it should be a collaborative one. That means you should collaborate with other colleagues also from the other disciplines so that he can find a better solution for the problems faced by present day society. So a multidisciplinary research is the approach research from different disciplines collaborating on a project while maintaining their unique disciplinary identity. That means they are not going to lose the identity of their own field of study. Keeping the identity of their own discipline, they can collaborate with others and develop a disciplinary approach in order to solve the various problems faced by the society. For example, a study on the impact of advanced technology. So, for example, a study on the impact of advanced technology on society, what it involves, what we should investigate into that. So, this may be studied, might involve a sociologist examining social structure. So this requires so many scientists. So this involves a sociologist examining social structures, a psychologist uh, focusing on social behavior, and a computer scientist studying the technological aspects. Like an anthropologist may enlighten us on anthropology of the people. Like that, so many scientists are involved in that. So that is a multidisciplinary study. And some more examples we can take it. For example, climatic change. Climatic change. This involves collaboration between environmental scientists, economists, sociologists, political scientists, and sometimes legal experts also, and others to study effects of climate change and develop effective solution. So such studies involve suitable for multidisciplinary approach. And some studies on impact of technology on society. What is employed? Suppose, for example, recent artificial intelligence. So what is its impact on the society? We are facing now, so many are losing jobs because of AI, or it may be facilitate quick functioning or quick solution of the problem also at the same time. So this type of studies which involve computer science, psychology, other disciplines, uh, understand the social cognition and ethical implications of new technologies. For example, I just now discussed that artificial intelligence. So these are the benefits of multidisciplinary this. However, but whatever it may be, it involves so many things, benefits and all, but it has its own challenges also. However, multidisciplinary research holds immense promise. It has its own challenges along with its benefits also. So, what are the challenges? Now, coming to the challenges, what are the challenges we have to face in multidisciplinary approach? The challenges are, first and foremost, is communication barrier. So, communication. Suppose we have to collaborate, we have to integrate with other disciplines, other areas. First of all, communication skills are very, very important. We should know communication. We should have communicative skills so that we can easily communicate with other colleagues or other scientists who involved in various departments. So different disciplines often have specialized jargon and terminologies, potentially hindering effective communication and collaboration among researchers. So this is the problem. One more essential challenge is coming because every subject has its own terminology and its own jargon, specialized jargon. So no, everyone cannot be it is not possible to be understood by everyone because the experts specialized in that particular field only can understand. Others, it may pose some difficulties. And the second challenge is methodological differences. Methodological differences means every subject, every science, every social science or sciences, it has its own methodology. We cannot use single methodology or one same methodology to all the researchers, to all the researchers in different fields of study. It is not possible. So that is why here variation in research methodologies can lead to conflicts or difficulties in integrating findings. So it is very difficult to integrate the findings because of various methodologies, and also we have to face different various conflicts and difficulties while integrating. At the time of integrating, we face so many problems because we are not supposed to know each and every methodology. So it poses some threat for the multidisciplinary research. Then another challenge is integrating diverse perspectives. So in the multidisciplinary research, the main purpose is to integrate various fields, diverse fields. We have to draw various objectives from diverse fields. So while integrating diverse perspectives, achieving a shared understanding and integrity diverse viewpoints can be challenging, which requires strong interpersonal and collaborative skills. Why it is difficult is integrating diverse perspectives is achieving a shared understanding and integrating diverse viewpoints can be posed to challenge, which require strong interpersonal and collaborative skills. So the skills we should have. Unless and until we have skills of collaboration and strong interpersonal contacts and all, it may be some difficulty to take up multidisciplinary research. And another challenge is important challenge which required for every researcher is funding and institutional support. Funding and institutional support. So securing funding and supporting for multidisciplinary projects might be harder due to traditional funding structures. So it is very difficult to get proper funding and support from the that is institutional, getting institutional support and also funding, because they also have some restrictions, because one particular field of study they allot some funds, but if multidisciplinary means all should be pooled up. See, pooling up the funds from all the fields of study and integrate it into one lump sum fund for the which can be used for multidisciplinary research. It is very often facing very lot of difficulties to get the funding first, and also the institutional support when we go for multidisciplinary approach and asking them to collaborate with us and to integrate the results. It's very difficult. So these are the challenges generally we face in multidiscipline area. And benefits, what are the benefits we are going to get out of it? So benefits, coming to the benefits, comprehensive understanding. First one is comprehensive understanding. That means problems faced by the society. What are the problems faced by the people in the society in the present day era? We require a comprehensive understanding to solve those problems. So in order to get the comprehensive understanding, we are selecting multidisciplinary research. So the benefit of this one is this, because of the study which involves all the fields, all the areas of difficulties where problems existed, it is easy to understanding incomplete, totally holistic understanding with regard to the various problems faced by the complex issues, and understanding the complex issues and the challenges and the problems faced by the people in the society. It should become easy because it is a collaborative study, it is an integrative approach. So comprehensive understanding we can get. That means thorough knowledge in the problems and how to solve the problems also we can. It is easy to find out what to be done to solve those problems. And the second one is enhanced problem uh, solving. So it provides an enhanced problem solving procedure because see, instead of one brain, there are many brains working together. So the solution may be easy. So that is an enhanced problem. That means suppose one scientist, social scientist in humanities, he may have a dialogue or discussion with the other economist or political scientist or psychologist. He can get their point of view also in that problem. So what to be done to solve easily and thoroughly and sufficiently even particular problem. So enhanced problem solving will become easy by this multidisciplinary approach because the tools may be different, techniques may be different. We can use different tools and techniques which belong to various subjects, or so diversification is there. So with this diversification, we can easily get suitable solutions for the problems. Then another benefit is stimulated innovation and what is that? Creativity. So another benefit is multidisciplinary approach it stimulates innovation and creativity because we are dealing with not a single subject or not a single field of study. We are dealing with we are involving also so many disciplines, so we can get knowledge, a little bit knowledge in all the fields. So it stimulates innovation. So this is the my subject, what I can do with how I can interrelate my subject with other one. So how can we relate? So that means some innovative thinking uh, will be given by that approach, and also the cross pollination, because cross pollination of ideas and viewpoints diverse viewpoints foster new ideas, encourages out of box thinking, and can lead to uh, advancements. That means grand breakthrough, ground sorry grand breakthrough to the advancement. So that means it stimulates among the minds of the researchers to go for innovations, further innovations, not only confined to their particular subject, but they can go to other fields also. They can investigate the solutions to the problems, and ultimately they integrate all the solutions and find a better solution to the problems. Then another benefit through multidisciplinary approach is improved resource utilization. Improved resource utilization. That means what are the available resources we can improve up to our satisfaction, because resources are many now in our hand. In the multidisciplinary approach, we have many resources from different fields of study or from diverse areas of knowledge. So we are full-fledged support, what is a full-fledged availability of uh, resources in our hands. So with this, collaboration research often allows from more efficient use of resources like funding, expertise, and infrastructure. So with the coming to the infrastructure, we can get more infrastructure because there is diversification of the knowledge. Every field of study have its own infrastructure and its own what we can say expertise. Expertism is also different. So the expertise and infrastructure, and along with that funding also we can get. So here improved resources utilization is possible only in the multidisciplinary approach research. Then another one is a broader impact. So ultimately with all this we are going for multidisciplinary approach. The result is the broader impact. That means the result will impact a broader society, or what we can say, the often has a wider applicability. We can apply our study with so many areas and can lead to more effective policies and solutions that address societal challenges more uh, comprehensively. So we can find solutions to so many problems in totality. Holistic solution will be provided because of our holistic approach of study. So this is another benefit through multidisciplinary approach. And multidisciplinary approach can also further enhance the quality, impact, and relevance of social science research in addressing the complex issues of the world today. So, another benefit is it can also further enhance the quality of what, quality of life of the people, quality of society, or quality of utilization, a particular advancement, scientific advancement, or quality of utilization in the benefits obtained by the research. So the quality is more, and the impact, the findings impact, the solution impact is more, and it has a relevance of social science of research. That means so we can tell the world that social science research is related to all the things. So it's the relevance of social science research is addressing the complex issues, and not only is only pure scientific researches, but also social science research also can address the complex issues of the world today. So these are the benefits of a multidisciplinary approach. And in the multidisciplinary landscape, researchers draw upon the collective wisdom. They can get the collective wisdom. Collective wisdom means because they have to have a dialogue across the table with other colleagues of different fields, so they can get what is that? They can get wide collective wisdom. That means from all the group we can get more insight to our wisdom and methodologies and perspectives of various field of study. Not only so far in a single research, or we can say subjective research, only in our subject only we can get expertise, in our subject only we can enlighten. But in the multidisciplinary approach, we can get various methodologies and perspectives of various fields of study, because the persons or colleagues or collaboration or integration we can get from various fields. So all these engage, because why it is possible is these multidisciplinary approaches, researchers engage in dialogues and collaboration with colleagues from diverse backgrounds, fostering an environment where ideas flow freely across disciplinary borders. So the ideas flow freely. That means we can collect ideas from various colleagues, various experts from various fields, and this cross pollination of knowledge is driving force behind the transformation of potential of the multidisciplinary research. So with cross pollination, that means collection of data or analysis of data or findings from various fields, from various experts, it enhances the multidisciplinary research. So then coming to I think because what is the time given to me, I don't know exactly. If still time is there, I can discuss more, or otherwise I can come to the summing up.
You can take some time. You can take some time, 5 to 10 minutes. No issues, ma'am.
Okay. So, as a law professor, I'm a retired law professor, and I did a research in for Emeritus Fellowship, which is granted by UGC. See, that is what my research project is: a right to life of children according to Constitution of India and its problems and perspectives. It has come very finely, and I was invited by NDTV also to talk about it. But in that research, I required a lot of data because various problems by the children. Why children's life, is not considered so important, not even by the people in the society, even their own parents. Because if one child died, they can go for other child. Like that, it is very lightly they take up that problem. But every child is an important citizen for the nation. We don't know what he will become or what he will give to the nation. We don't know. But such a valuable lives are taken very easily, taken for granted. So that's why I discussed so many things in my project with data analysis and all, and also so many things, gender discrimination, exploitation against women. Because as a law professor, I am particularly dealing with that. But while dealing those projects, what I come across is, suppose, see, gender discrimination. Gender discrimination, only laws are not sufficient. But what is required is what is their social status, what is their economic status, caste, community, religion, social status, all the factors come into our field, so that we can comprehensively analyze gender discrimination, why there is a gender discrimination. See, for example, I have done a research for my Ph.D. on agriculture labor. There is a discrimination against women agriculture labor. So I went to fields and studied that. In that, dealing that why women are discriminated. What are the reason for that? So for that reason, I simply go for laws, and according to laws, wages are less, or timings are this one, or like that. I cannot say only taking the law only into my account, and I cannot complete my research saying that. So I have to take why women, what is their status, women's status, what is their status, and this status is varied or different from social status, economic status, because when your social status is high only when your economic status is high. If such people are discriminated or not. Many people think that only downtrodden and lower state out of society only discriminated, but not higher state. No, I observed more discrimination in the higher society, higher state of the society, and high income group and high social status, and those are not given a chance to participate in the mainstream development of either country or any particular nation or any particular field. Women are highly discriminated. So that is why for this study, what I require is I have to observe education level, their income level, their residential social status, and their caste, their community, their religion, everything I have to look at into. All these comes into various fields of study. So one particular research in particular group of people, either it is on people or either it is climatic change or is environmental change, whether it is the population statistics, whatever it may be. It requires all the fields, so many fields, diversification. So unless we have the diversification, we cannot find proper solutions to the problems and issues faced by society today. Even advancement of like technology, science also. See, for example, AI. Sometimes drones, when drones come, it has both advantages and disadvantages. Like that, AI also has advantages and disadvantages. So all this, to study everything, is we have to have certain knowledge in various fields of study, various fields of knowledge. Then only it is possible we can give better solution to the problems faced by our society, either for our children or for our elders, old age people. Now I am old. So while teaching as a professor, I told old age is also one of the disadvantage. But now I experiencing personally what difficulties old age people feel. Now I am 70 plus. So I am facing so many difficulties as a old women. So like that, so many areas are there. So to find a solution for that, to give some platform for them to speak about it, or to formulating policies for the benefit of those people, research is very, very essential. Especially multidisciplinary research is more essential, more useful, and more what we can say result oriented. We can find solutions with the policies, and the policies makers, we can guide them. This is a policy you can make which is suitable for this problem. So that is possible only to the multidisciplinary approach of research in social science and humanities. I think it's okay, or can I continue?
Yes, ma'am. You may continue if you want.
Why there is no other person? Okay, because I can,
We have enough time.
without looking into
Ma'am, there are
matter, I can speak many things. But anyhow, let me conclude my topic. Then after that, we can discuss. If anybody has any problem, general issue they want to know from me with regard to research and all, I can guide them. So let me conclude this lecture, because without a conclusion, it is incomplete. So here, based upon my lecture, I can say multidisciplinary landscape represents a paradigm shift. It is really a paradigm shift in the field of research, in the world of research. It challenges the traditional boundaries of academia. So what it does, it challenges the traditional boundaries of academia and encourages scholars to embrace collaborations, diversity, and complexity. See how important it is. It is traditional boundaries, it is crossing. And not only that, what it is doing is encourages scholars to embrace collaboration, diversity, and complexity. This is very important for their own development. Researchers' development, for their own development, they should understand collaboration, how to collaborate, how to have a dialogue with the colleague, or how to deal with the expertise, how to get knowledge from the experts and all. So this is very important for that. And as researchers continue to explore this vibrant landscape, they definitely have the potential to reshape our understanding of the world and address some of its most what is that precisely challenges. That means what world today facing war. See, for example, Ukraine war, Russia and Ukraine. If you take that, so how many issues it involved? One side Ukraine wanted to down NATO, and the other side, other person they don't want. So what there are issues of boundaries, there are issues of citizenship. Some parties in Europe, some parties not in Europe. So all these issues means it's a complexity problem. It is not a simple problem. To solve this war problem, it's not so simple. We have to understand international law. What are the boundaries? What are the boundaries of waters? What are the boundaries of air? What are the boundaries of the earth? And what are the boundaries of language? What are the boundaries of citizenship? Area, all these things taken into consideration, then only it is possible to find a solution for that. Is it not? So it is very complex one, but this multidisciplinary approach will give you a lot of scope to solve such problems. Okay. Then the multidisciplinary approach is not just a trend. It is not just a trend. It is the future of scholarly inquiry. It is the future of scholarly inquiry that results in vibrant and dynamic as the challenges it seeks to address. So it is a vibrant one, it is a dynamic one which can find a solution to the challenges faced by the world. So many challenges will be there. Research is a first area, because I am very much interested in research. That is the reason why I have given consent to the 360 Research Foundation. I never heard till today. To be frank, I really appreciate Sudhash Kumar Sharma for establishing that as a founder and getting up with all these things. Really, really, I appreciate wholeheartedly such a venture. He's a young child. He's involved
Yes,
in social
thank you, ma'am. My
Yeah.
name is Dr. Kumar Devdutt, and your lecture is truly enlightening and will undoubtedly resonate with every member
Yeah,
of
that's
this
right.
conference,
You are Subhash
offering
Kumar.
valuable insights that
I
will benefit.
congratulate you, man. I congratulate you, my
Yes.
wholeheartedly.
Yes, all.
So
But
many-
ma'am, I just want to ask a question that it's just I would like to build upon the discussion by asking ma'am that research in human behavior is often delved into various aspects. How far has this research gone in identifying and rectifying behaviors that are detrimental to societal peace and in promoting behaviors that foster a more harmonious community? This is my
Mm,
first question. And ma'am, you are really very well known person about legal research, and you are so a professor, was a professor of law. So
mm.
just nowadays, is legal research predominantly confined to courtroom justice rather than focusing on stabilizing justice and peace beyond the courtroom?
Beyond the courtroom means is a mutual consent. Of course, as a law professor, I'm not supposed to tell that, but many serious problems, many solutions we can find through out of the court only. Because within the court requires a lot of evidence, court requires a lot of facts and issues, all these things. So many things will act. But out of the court, it is between two parties only, you and me. So if I have something and you want something, so if I satisfy you and your
Yes, ma'am.
my
Yes, ma'am.
problem will be solved. So it is only between two parties. That is, we can say, what is that? Arbitration,
Yes, ma'am.
arbitration, arbitration, or what is the other thing? Uh, convincing the
Yes.
parties, and all these things. That
Oh,
is more, I think, more easy to find a solution to the problems. Court means is a drag on the procedure. Suppose if you file a case, for coming to hearing itself, it takes months. And forget
yes.
about that. 20 years trial is there. On trial prisoners are there even after 20 years also. So that is cumbersome procedure. So I cannot say, I'm not supposed to say as a professor of law that, but as a human being, I find that because I am also legal cell. I'm the convener
Yes,
for
ma'am.
our
Yes,
legal
ma'am.
cell in the university. So many problems I solved. So with that experience, I'm telling that it's better always encourage the people to go for conciliation or
Yes.
arbitration instead of
And
straight away
ma'am,
going
it
to the
leads also, I can say that it leads to a harmful notion that a conventional notion of justice that justice exists only in courtroom.
no sorry.
And we and means justice a conventional notion of justice that justice exists in the courtroom only. And we are diverting ourselves from the social justice or the question of social justice.
No, see, justice is the justice. Wherever you get justice is the justice. It is not meant for only in the court. If the court gives only justice, no. Nature itself is the best judge. It can use so many solutions
Yes,
for
ma'am.
us.
Yes, ma'am. We are aware about that the natural law system, the right of nature system, or a
Even
state of nature. Yes, sir.
judges also
Yes,
sometimes
sir.
guide us to go
Yes.
to conciliation or arbitration because that is a quick solution, quick judgment we will get.
Yes. Yes,
See, in the
but
courts,
that notion that, yes, ma'am, that exists in the development and that the law of nature or the tradition of the right of the nature, that entire tradition or the tradition of social contract leads to the formulation of the positive law. We all know about that the case of the positive law in Thomas Hobbes' Leviathan, and after that the John Locke's two treatises of the government. Yes, but this kind of settlement of the law and justice that also leads from that notion of the justice and the law.
yeah, Mr. Sudhansh, justice, judgment delivered by a judge, it has so many factors. So many factors influence the judgment. See, it's not simply based on the facts or based on the evidence that is different. Suppose, and you are a judge, if I am a judge, our viewpoint is different. But if a person who doesn't know about the poverty, the person who doesn't know about this problem faced by society, or the person who has no knowledge at all. And he has become the judge and sitting in the judgment. His thinking and his point of view is only facts and evidence, but he never looks to the person and it's his problems and all. It's very difficult. So judgment differs from judge to judges. So many influence factors are there. His social status, his economic status, his intelligent, his
Yes,
intelligent
yes,
status. All these things will work out. So like that, we cannot get whatever justice really we wanted. There is no guarantee. There is
yes,
no guarantee.
yes,
Why, if there is a guarantee, why should we take so many years? Justice delayed is justice denied. Is it not? So many
yes.
cases are there pending. Lots of cases are pending in the court. Why? What is the reason? So you
Yeah.
cannot say that judgment is given only purely on facts and evidence. Is not. So many factors influence the judgment. If one judge delivers the judgment, means first we look and study the judge, his social status, his economic status, where he has come, his background. His background is very, very important, because what the person dealing with the labor, because my specialization is labor laws in
Yes,
my
yes, yes.
PhD and LLM masters. So I have a sympathy. I have a sympathetic outlook towards the labor. Suppose the other
Okay.
person who is dealing with management, he has a lot of sympathy to the management. He thinks that labor are problematic to the management. That is why it is not smooth running. Okay. So the idea,
Yes,
our game may be different, or our what if opinion may be different based upon our mental attitude, our brought up, our social background, our economic background. So these backgrounds have a lot of influence in delivering the judgment also. Whether you accept it or not, whether the judge is convinced or not, I don't know. But it has a lot of impact, influence on the judgment, because your viewpoint is different. Because you have, in heart and heart, you should have sympathy, you should have that concern to the people to whom you want to do the justice.
okay.
Is it not?
Ma'am, I'm
Is it not
just
so?
one last note and last question that
Uh,
I have read that somewhere that apartheid was legal, the Holocaust was legal, slavery was legal, colonialism was legal, and legality is a matter of power, not justice. Is it convincible?
uh, Let me again tell you, repeat it, please. Please, because if some discomfort
Okay,
in the audible. Okay, someone
okay.
repeat it again. What
Means
is the
that
problem?
yes, apartheid was legal. Okay,
Hmm.
slavery was legal. Or the Holocaust was legal.
Hmm.
Colonialism was legal. Even
Hmm.
Hitler was legal and Schindler was illegal. So, is legality a matter of power, not justice?
Hmm.
That is the question. Is legality a matter of power, not justice?
No, no, no. We can't say that, because power will not work always. Because if power works, what about the laws we framed?
Means
Laws are
when we,
framed
ma'am,
also.
in the
No, no.
Republic of Plato
Power
and the
works.
entire discussion of Thrasymachus and the sophist,
Power
we,
politics also
yes,
there. They also play an important role. But
yes,
the laws are more important, no? Laws are framed to retain for the sake of the people, for the well-being of the people. We have to look to laws also. See, if the laws play an important role, power, of course, power influence. Power influence is there. Definitely, we cannot deny that. Power influence, because why the people who are rich, who can afford, they can easily get the justice and come out. But poor people, they cannot go. First of all, going court itself is very difficult for them. After going court, to convince the judiciary to look into the laws and all, they don't aware of that. It is very difficult for them. Why, if the rich people,
yes,
they go, they just arrested, go and come back on bail immediately. But same bail is not available for poor people. No, who doesn't know
yes,
anything.
yes, ma'am.
So that is there, power influence, but we cannot say that always it is possible to power to influence. Sometimes judiciary may be more overpower the power also. See, for example,
Okay.
say reservations and all, they can talk about no. Then I used to tell my students always, instead of pointing about the reservations and inabilities, you should try your best. You should be in the top 10 or 20. Nobody can deny you any opportunity to become whatever you want. So, first of all,
Yes.
you should equip with the weapons to fight with that injustice, to fight with your inequalities and all. You must equip with the weapons necessary to fight, because without fighting, without equipping with weapons,
Yes,
nothing
ma'am.
will come to you as this.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
you
ma'am.
must work
Thank you.
hard. You must equip with the weapon. You must armored with the sufficient armory to protect yourself. Then only the survival. Because fitness is the survival. What is the struggle for existence? It is a struggle for
Yes.
existence. Anybody.
Survival to the fittest.
Yeah,
And that's
existence. Yes. We are all.
yes.
See, I am a professor, not only a professor emeritus also, not only that, I am a member collegium, I am a member executive council. So many things are there. But still, basically, I'm a human being. Basically, I'm a human being. Human being means what is the important quality for a human being? To have humanity. To
Yes.
have a humanity, humanitarian outlook, humanitarian approach, anything, if any problem comes to you, to solve that problem, one must have, being a human being, humanity, quality of humanity, humanitarian outlook, understanding the problem by applying your humanitarian outlook rather than sticking on to the principles and power politics. So whenever it is possible, I think society may be a help. But not.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. You have delivered a wonderful lecture, and I would also like to connect you in future for social and legal research questions.
I'm an
Yes.
out and out academician, Nana. Out and out academician and out research. I have published so many papers and done so many projects, and all the problems, especially downtrodden people of down that comes lower state of the people, children, vulnerable people, that is women, children, old age people, all this. My scholars also, I gave the topics like that. They
And
do the,
intellectual is never outdated, ma'am. You know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is essential,
Yes.
because after all we are human beings. No, why are you called humans? Because we have some brain, we can do justice,
Yes.
whatever within our limits, not beyond our limits. I never say that somebody is bad, somebody is not like that. Because we should not be overpowered by some influences. That is more important. Either you are a judge, either you are a professor, either you are a teacher, either you are a corporator, either you are a management, whatever it may be, you should not be influenced by or overpowered by some power which is not justifiable. If that is so, nobody will suffer in the hands of the other.
Okay, ma'am. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Are you
Thank you
satisfied?
so
Yeah.
much, ma'am.
Am I reached? Am I reached to you all?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank
It
you,
was
ma'am. Thank you for
wonderful. It
giving
was
me this
really wonderful.
opportunity once again, because I don't know. Just generally, I never answer the mails like that. Because in the 360 Research Foundation, I am basically out and out research oriented professor. So I am interested. So what is this? Let me see. But at this age, 70 plus age, I can't write, I can't prepare PowerPoint and all. So that I express my inability, because I can't do all those things. And I can give lecture. And that too without book. I can lecture hours together. With the book, I can't lecture properly. But without book, I can give hours together, no problem. So I opted. I replied to Sudhanshu, Mr. Sudhanshu, Sudhanshu Shekhar
Yes.
Sharma. Is it not your name?
Sudhanshu Shekhar. Sudhanshu Shekhar,
Just
ma'am.
Sudhanshu
No,
Sekhar.
Sudhanshu Shekhar Sharma. Sudhanshu.
Yeah.
So I replied to him. Then I have my own
Okay,
doubt.
ma'am.
Till that time, I didn't receive any link or something, whether it is really uh, fake or real organization. I have my own doubt. So that I called
Thank
in
you,
the
ma'am.
morning.
We'll let you know about organization. We were looking for some expert, and I got your name in Emerit Professor list, and we requested
So
you to participate.
any research problem, you can straight away contact me. I can I can help to my extent of my ability within my reach. Even I
Thank you so
till
much.
today, though I retired 13 years back, till today students send me mail their research problems, suggestions, chapters, everything. I will do that. So that is there. Okay, thank you once again, Mr. Sudhamsh, for giving me this opportunity to talk to you and have a discussion. And a lecture, because I selected is, I researched so many, but recently I that is resource person to the research program in Kakatiya University, Telangana. They have given some research issues, hypothesis and all things, interview, objection method, techniques and all. They asked me to talk. So the students, they have come in the evening also, night, while resuming my lecture. Madam, we will come, we please come. So based on that, I immediately consented to you. Okay, and I wish you all the best. My heart
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your insightful and engaging lecture on this multidisciplinary research approaches. Your guidance has provided us with the deeper understanding, and thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
And
you. I have to
we
go out.
hope we'll get your blessing time to time.
Definitely my blessing. God bless. Along with the God blessing, my blessings also with you. Okay, then.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am. Next, we are going to this technical session, presentation session. And
you.
now I invite Mr. Sunil Kumar Manil, research scholar, NIMS University, Rajasthan,
But I leave,
for
Nana.
paper
Presently,
presentation.
I leave because I have to go out. I leave. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Now we are starting a presentation session. Uh, so, do we have Mr. Sunil Kumar Manil? Please be ready. I'll ask one by one. Uh, Next, Khusnuma Jahan Azharuddin Sayyid. Next is M. Miraklin. Next is Saroj. Next, Dr. Anup Pumadam and Dr. Ramesh Kumar, Dr. Madan Banik. If anyone is there, you can come. You can start presentation. Anyone is there, you can start.
Yes, sir, I am here.
Okay. You are M. Miraklin Chela, right?
Yes, yes.
You can start, please.
Okay, should I on the video by the way?
So you can.
Sir, could I start my presentation?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the topic which I chose for my research is studying the poems of Joy Harjo and analyzing it whether it is an eco poetry. This concept, I consider this concept to be widely recognized today. Like we have a lot of environmental issues which takes place, like urbanization, modernization, and day by day we witness the fall of environment, how environment is getting degraded. So, and I consider that we have to have something like eco poetry in our hand. Eco poetry is simply not just like writing something about nature, and it is previously done by romantic poets like Wordsworth, Shelley, Keats. How is romantic how are the views of romantic poets and eco poetry is different is that eco poetry is a form which like gives a clarion call. It calls to everyone around to come and protect the environment. For example, the poem, like I have chosen the author of Joy Harjo. she's a Native American poet, and she is the first person like to be awarded with many awards for her poem. I consider her poem to be very thoughtful, and it actually it is thought provoking to hear the poems of Joy Harjo. And when I came across the topic of eco poetry, I just thought to present on the author of Joy Harjo. And why specifically it is Joy Harjo is that she belongs to the Muskogee tribe, and her poems have a liveliness where they depict a close connectedness with nature. And I have researched the Remember an Eagle poem of Joy Harjo, and I have analyzed the concept using theory of eco-criticism. Eco-criticism is a theory where we focus on the connection which it had with the environment. What is the connection that the poem, how does it connect with the environment, and how does it call the humans to do and preserve the environment. The Remember poem and Eagle poem are more or less similar. I had the similar thought, like where Joy Harjo invokes the natural elements of nature, such as moon, stars, and every elements around her to come, and she just uses repeats again and again, remember, 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 throughout her Remember poem we can see, because like in order to emphasize the clarion call of human being to preserve environment, she just emphasizes their duty through the word of remember. And the second poem which I chose is the Eagle poem. It's a beautiful depiction of how, like, normally we associate eagle to be a great, like something very great and strong and sturdy as a creature which just flies in the sky. But here she gives a different view, like how eagle is connected with the cyclical nature of existence. Like as human beings, we born, we die, and we undergo this process throughout our life. Uh, in spite of what caste, religion, sector we belong, it is a cyclical process which takes place. Like we give birth and we die, and we give birth some to young ones as a mother. So this cycle continues, and here she like portrays it using the symbol of eagle. Like when an eagle flies in the sky, it flies in a circular motion, and she connects the circular motion of the eagle with how the human life is, that it is the interconnectedness she represents. Like our human life is made up of the birth and death cycle, and it is important for us to focus on like the birth and death cycle of nature. And we have a close connectedness with nature because she associates our life by embodying the symbol of eagle, which transcends various heights. And on one level, if we see the poem of Eagle of Joy Harjo, we can just see it's as an element of nature. It's just a creature which moves above the sky, and it crosses the boundaries actually. But if we see on a deeper note, we can actually see a spiritual transcendence in her poem. She beautifully presents how she calls each and every elements and the creatures of nature in the both poems. She will invoke each and every one, and she will connect the aspect of nature with us. When, for example, let us take a poem of leisure. Here the poet, he will present how he wishes to be free and relaxed from the human life, and he does not want to toil day along day, and he doesn't wish to do the same. He wished to sit under the boughs of the trees and enjoy the grasp of nature. That similar concept it can be seen here also. Here Joy Harjo, she doesn't stop with just like praising a nature and showing the interconnectedness. If we view it very deeply, we can sense her spiritual transcendence, how she transcends beyond boundaries, and she expresses the concept of living oneness with nature. How it is relevant to the modern world. Let's take, for example, if we watch something and it will instill a moral value in us. If we watch a movie related to environment, it will instill a moral value in us to conserve the environment or do something. But do we actually take step to do that? It's a big question mark. But when we take the poetry of Joy Harjo, when I read it, I just put myself under the soul of her, and I think whether I am really preserving the environment, whether I am really like preserving the environment, whether I am taking the steps to preserve environment. And we don't normally, as humans, we don't associate ourselves with different elements of nature. And I see how she has beautifully intertwined both nature and calling every creature and addressing its unified quality. And she shows the interconnectedness. The how Joy Harjo poem, or how do we connect the poem of Joy Harjo to eco poetry? Like as I said earlier, poetry we normally call, there are many poets developed, like romantic poets, Byron, Shelley, Keats, and much more. Like for example, if we take the poem of William Wordsworth, The Solitary Reaper, and we can see how the woman beautifully sings in the field, and she doesn't even see who is listening to her music, and she just sings in the field. And the picture of the woman singing in the field is beautifully portrayed by Shakespeare. And in the Ode to Nightingale by Keats, we can see how he consider Nightingale as an immortal creature, and he thinks that he want to fly away from the toils of human life and transcend everything, and he want to reach a point of like something like where he want to fly away with the nightingale to some points where he will not actually endure the suffering. And to Keats, he suffered from tuberculosis, so he considered death to be a fleeing force, and he values it through the poem of Nightingale. And in both Keats and William Wordsworth work, we can see that they just address nature, they depict nature, they beautify nature. But in the recent times, the call to human beings should be given to preserve environment, and the focus should be laid on how we connect ourselves with nature, instead of just telling nature as an important element, conserve tree, save tree, preserve tree, plant tree. We just when we read her work of Joy Harjo, we will get to know like how she connects herself with nature, and how she associates it beautifully, instead of just portraying the beauty and loveliness of nature. So my research, I guess it will be much relevant to the modern world, because it will focus on how to conserve environment, and it will be a clarion call for all the human beings around to protect and preserve the environment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your study was so. We can say that it is important for modern people, modern this era. And next, I would like to invite
One
Saroj.
minute, 1 minute. Hello, Sudhanshu.
Yes, sir. Please, please, you can ask.
Yes, Miraculin. Hello.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. You have presented a very wonderful presentation, and I also mm, I can say that it was also really I am very glad to know that you have introduced us eco-criticism, which was
Mm,
firstly originated by Joseph Meeker. and which is also just I want to know that you have tell about many poets, great
Yes.
poets as P.B. Shelley, John Keats, William Wordsworth. But did you consider in your work Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman or An Idea of Innisfree by W. B. Yeats?
Yes, I didn't
Because
consider.
it is really, yes, yes, because it is really truly connected to your ideas.
Mm, mm, mm,
The
mm.
Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman, or the entire book as The Rose, or the writings of Robert Frost. That is also, yeah, or the we can also say that the book by Lord Alfred Tennyson. Yes, that goes on with the same theme as
Mm, mm.
it is yours. So I will also, I would like to suggest you, if you didn't have considered it, you should consider that, and it will really be helpful for your research or your paper. Okay?
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable
Thank,
comment.
yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Mr. Rahul Chaudhary. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. You can. You can. Yeah, you are audible.
Good evening, sir. I'm Rahul Chaudhary from Sitamarhi, Bihar, and my topic is radioactive pollution and arsenic contamination in the groundwater of Bihar. A brief study and the health impact on the people living in the Ganga plain of Bihar. Actually, sir, radioactive pollution has become a matter of concern in Bihar. The increasing amount of uranium, thorium, radium, and arsenic in the groundwater of Bihar in various districts of Bihar has invited serious disease like cancer and other skin problem. Groundwater Yearbook GWYB, which is released by a central groundwater board, has also been described in a detail. Actually, radioactive pollution occurs when radioactive elements like uranium, thorium, etc. are present in the environment. They emit dangerous ionizing substances, ionizing radiations, that is called radioactive decay. Mainly, three different kinds of ray, that is alpha ray, beta ray, and gamma ray, are associated with this radioactivity. Uh, Sir, firstly, I am introduced about the radioactive substances and radioactivity. Radioactivity is the release of energy from the decay of nuclei of certain kind of atom, and their isotopes. The decay in the form of alpha ray, beta ray, and gamma ray, they are different. They produce different type of high amount of energy. If we will study in the uranium, uranium has a three isotope U-238, U-235, and uranium-234. That is the atomic mass. Are radioactive substances. Uranium-238 has a half-life of about 4.4 billion years, and 4.4 billion year old rock has only half of uranium-238, which will be started. The type of radioactive radiations are: first is ionizing radiations, and second are non-ionizing radiations. The ionizing radiations are electromagnetic radiation having high energy with short wavelength, and the non-ionizing radiations, there are longer wavelength having electromagnetic waves. The radioactive pollution included the release of radioactive substance into environment, which can causes high amounts of damage to the environment. The power generated from the 1 gram of equivalent power of generated is 1 gram of power generated 2083 kilograms. 1 gram of uranium causes damage like 2038 kilogram coal. The average amount of energy released by in the exchange of small amount of nuclear fuel. The sources of radioactive pollutions are two type of sources, that is natural sources and second one is artificial sources. The natural sources included cosmic rays, nuclear power, and artificial sources include medical sources, nuclear explosion, etc. Radioactive pollution in the groundwater of Bihar, the main pollution which affect the groundwater of Bihar are uranium, thorium, and arsenic. 2020 study of the University of Manchester and Mahavir Cancer Institute found uranium in the groundwater of Bihar effective 10 districts. The main districts are Bhojpur, Patna, Gaya, and Vaishali. The highest level was found in a Supaul district, which provisional level set by WHO is only 30 MPL. The contamination is only due to the natural uranium aquifer rocks, groundwater chemistry, and oxidation state. The main pollutants in the groundwater of Bihar are uranium, thorium, arsenic. Uranium and thorium are radioactive, while arsenic is the non-radioactive substances, which is considered a metalloid substances. If we will discuss about the effect of the radioactive pollution in Bihar, the radioactive substances in the groundwater of Bihar can cause health risks in human. The major health risks are kidney damage. Uranium is a toxic substance, toxic heavy metals, can cause kidney damage, bone toxicity, and cancer disease. Sir, this is this having carcinogenic activities. And the other health issues contain leukemia, cataracts, etc. The government approach, central government included Central Groundwater Authority, CGWA, is a central authority in India that regulates the manage the groundwater development. It uses panel provision in the Environment Protection Act. CGWA appoints officers and regulates different type of activity to control the water pollution. The conclusion, sir, while receiving these two statements, water is the life and health is wealth, we have to keep in mind that we should get healthy water and are protected from the radioactive pollutions. For this reason, along with the government of Bihar, we too, the public, will have to make efforts. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Dr. Anup Pumadam, Director, Sattva Foundation for Mental Hygienics and Holistic Wellness. Are you there?
Yes.
Sir, please start.
Yeah. Good evening. I'm Dr. Anup Pumadam from Kerala. I'm representing the Sattva Foundation for Mental Hygienics and Holistic Wellness. Today, I'll present findings from our research for last 25 years on the psychonutritional intervention approach on PNIA. This model integrates psychology, nutrition, yoga, mindfulness, and creative therapies to improve independence, emotional health, and quality of life in older adults. Then always the question is, why this particular study? The answer is, the world's population is aging very rapidly. Traditional geriatric care is good at managing diseases, but it often leaves seniors dependent, lonely, and depressed. Our challenge is to shift the focus from survival to meaningful life, adding life to years, not just years to life. The PNIA model, psychonutritional intervention approach, the model will talk about the therapeutic model. PNIA is a holistic framework built in on 5 components. One, the sattvic plant-based diet. Second, the gentle yoga and pranayama for mobility and for balance. Third is the counseling and mindfulness for resilience. And four is the music, games for joy, for memory, and for social connection. Five is the regular medication reviews to reduce risk from polypharmacy. The strength lies in combining them into one program. And about the study design, we tested the PNI through pragmatic randomized control trials. It ran for 12 weeks with a 6 month follow-up. 118 community dwelling adults aged 60 and above were randomized into 2 groups, secondary immunization approach and enhanced usual care. The design accepted real-world conditions, variables, attendance, family pressures to reflect the reality. And the outcome measures, when we are talking about the outcome measures, we measured outcomes across multiple domains. Functional independence with AGL and with AGL scales, well-being using the GDS and WHO5, the World Health Organization questionnaires, cognition with MOCA, and we are measuring blood pressure, glucose, and mobility for physical health. Plus, social engagement and medication law. This gave us a comprehensive picture of aging. And the results of the independence. The PNI group improved significantly in daily functioning. Participants may gain confidence in simply like in cooking, walking, bathing, very independently. One woman told me like, for the first time in months, I bathed without waiting for my daughter. That shows the independence they feel. These are very small numerical gains, but enormous changes in the dignity of older people. And the results with well-being and social life. Depression scores dropped and well-being scores rose very sharply. Loneliness decreased by 1/3. Many describe like PNIA as a second family. It's very important as a second family. This shows the social belonging and emotional health are therapeutic as medicines. And the cognition and health results. Cognition improved modestly in PNIA, while the control group slightly declined. Physical health also improved. Blood pressure fell by 6 points, glucose dropped, and mobility was faster. Importantly, describing occurred safety in 21 percentage. Keep in mind, 21 percentage of PNIA participants, fewer sedatives, fewer side effects, and more energy. And the discussion. The power of psychonutritional intervention approach was not in any single element, but in the integration. Nutrition reinforced yoga, mindfulness, supported counseling, music gave joy, and medication reviews ensured safety. The package worked better than isolated parts, restoring not just health, but meaning, meaning for the life. And when we are talking about the limitations, this was actually the entire PNA program. It was a small trial, only 180 participants completed it over a short period of 12 weeks. For the 12 weeks, even when I am calling it as a short period, is an year, is an experiment for a year. Participants who joined were likely more motivated, but don't yet know long-term sustainability. Still, the consistent improvements across domains make PNIA credible. And the implications for the practice, implication for the future research. Two clear lessons emerges from this research. The first, small functional gains like cooking or bathing independently mean everything to older adults. Second, social and emotional health must be central in case, not sidelined. Supposed to the emotional health should be the central focus, not like a sideline thing. PNA is it's a really affordable, adaptable, and culturally rooted, making it practical for both clinics and communities. And I'll come to the conclusion. In conclusion, I can say like psychonutrition intervention approach improved independence, mood, cognition, social life, and medication safety. It reframes aging from decline to resilience, from dependence to possibility. Food, movement, mindfulness, music, and friendship together gave participants a renewed sense of being alive. That's important. Being alive. And really, I acknowledge, really, I thank to the all participants, caregivers, my crews at Satwa Foundation for Mental Hygienics, and all collaborators who supported this research. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you once again. And invite any questions and collaborations from your part. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your insightful presentation and thank you. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Tepas Neo.
Hello, am I audible and
Ye-
visible?
Yes, yes, ma'am. You are clear.
Okay. Thank you and good evening, everyone. My name is Tepasanya Nyong. I am a research scholar at Shilini University, and tonight I'll be presenting based on my research that is from a novel um, written by Charlotte McConaughey. And for that, if I'm allowed, I'll love to share my screen.
Sure, please.
Okay, is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so before going to the main presentation, I would like to start with a quote from the novel itself. The animals are dying. Soon we will be alone. This is said by the author, Charlotte. We all know that a lot of time we talk about the environmental problem, but very few we talk about the extinction of birds and animal species. And this novel talks about how important they are. Before going to the discussion, I would love to give a brief introduction about the author. Her name is Charlotte McConaughey, and background, she's an Australian author with a master's in screenwriting, and she began her career in speculative and young adult fiction. And her major works are Migration, that is what I'm going to talk about. It is also known or considered as one of the best international seller, which is also adopted in a movie. And the next is Once There Were Wolves. This also is a New York Time bestseller, and for this work, she also got multiple awards. And Wild Dark Shore, this is the forthcoming this year. And the theme of this novel is the urgency of environmental crisis, intimate human struggles, empathy for peoples and animals, rewilding, trauma, redemption, and hope. And her writing style blends with romantic mystery, which is again correlated or blend with ecological urgency, and which explores transformation and healing amidst darkness. And her impact, her work has been translated into over 25 languages with recognized major award. And presently or currently, she lives in Sydney with her partner and the 2 children. And she continues to work for the betterment of the environment. When it comes to this research, the methodology that I use is eco-critical textual analysis. And we heard about the first presenter. She talks about the eco-criticism, so I will not be going in detail about this due to time constraint. And I also use contextual approach, thematic exploration, and I refer to other works, be it a review of literature or about written the research work about this novel based on the eco-criticism. And the primary text I will not be reading here. You can see on the screen. And when it comes to the discussion, the first comes from Human Greed and Catalyst for Collapse, because I talk about the greed, the cause of greed, as my topic. These novels, it not only talks about what happened, but what will happen if there is no birds and animals, how the world will be, how scary it will be, because nowadays a lot of people love fishing, they love to go for hunting. We know even in the earlier days, some of the kings, they consider hunting as a sport. And so even nowadays, a lot of people still continue this. They just don't go and, kill or fish, but they do that not for their needs, but just for their entertainment. And then we see that if this happens, overfishing leads, and then habitat destruction, and if this keeps on unchecked, then it will lead them to the extinction. Not only the overfishing or over hunting, but if we don't also take care of our environment, then it also will deteriorate their life. And we know that our environment is in such a condition, is in such a state right now where there is urgent need to take care of it. And if there is no birds and fish, we the humans will also find it difficult to survive. When it comes to all these things, they are not only important for our survival. When it comes to, some people eat non-veg, not because of that, but also they take care of our environment. They keep check on with the environment. The next comes the ecological grief and personal loss. Here, the protagonist, her name is Fanny, and then she talks about her journey, how the migration of the birds, how it happened, how it was before. There were lots of birds that, they roam freely and happily. But the novel in which she talks about the timing of the novel, she talks about that even the birds are scared when they see people, and it's very rare to see the birds flying around. And when there is when any bird sees the human beings, they get scared and they run away, and this makes her very sad. And that the same thing happens to us. We know that there are lots of birds and animals that's going extinct because of our carelessness, and because we are not taking proper care of it. So we should keep in mind to not just only take care about the environment, but also to focus on the birds and animals and the other species that's coexisting with us in this world. The indifference, complicity, and moral imperative, the novel condemns societal indifference and the prioritization of profit over preservation. So many people, when we talk about this, so many people, they do fishing, they kill birds and animals to sell so that they'll get profit of it, from it. And this is also another reason which is leading to the extinction of different kinds of birds and animals. So she wants to convey through these novels, the author wants to convey that we should also take care of ourselves, but at the same time, not just because of the profit, we cannot overfish or over kill the animal that will deteriorate or that will cause problem to our environment. And migration as a call to action. So I talk about from the in the starting, the animals are dying, soon we will be alone. So here we can clearly see that this novel is very interesting and it's easy to understand. And since I'm talking about the extinction of birds and animals and fish, you all have idea about what I'm saying. So we should all commit or work harder to protect them. Not only the one that lives with us, example like dog, because nowadays this is becoming a hot topic that the government is taking, giving the order to take away the street dogs and the cats. But not only that, we also have to take care of the other wild animals and plant species, because they also play a very important role in our life. To this, I also want to add another quote from the novel, that in our self-importance, in our search for meaning, we have forgotten how to share the planet that gave us life. So this is what is happening. And then here the author also talked about the interconnectedness and redemption, and it calls for the life that everyone is equal in this world. And this novel becomes a metaphor not merely for displacing the birds and animals, that they have to move from their native place to another for their survival, but also for the adaptive ethical shift necessary to restore the balance between people and nature. And if we don't take care of the nature, the birds and animals, there is ambiguity, and this reflects the uncertainty ahead. And then if we don't take care of it, the cause of our greed will we will face the consequences. Then in conclusion, it is a powerful and hopeful conclusion that highlights the urgent need for collective action to address the climate crisis. So through this presentation, I would like to ask or urge every one of you to take care not only of the polluted water or the polluted air. Yes, those are necessary, but also to take care of the animals that also plays a very important role in our day-to-day life, and to keep and maintain our environment. And this is the bibliography or the work cited. And thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Is there any question? Anyone ask? If anyone want to ask something related to this presentation, I think there is no question. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, do we have next individual to present? Mr. Ramesh Kumar or Mr. Madan Banik, research scholar from Global Man Sarovar Global University, Sivhar. Okay, is there anyone left like Saroj? It's Saroj. और खुशनुमा जहां अजहरुद्दीन सैयद, Mr. Sunil Kumar Manil. Or if anyone want to present today, you can come here. You can show your interest.
Hello.
Yes, please, sir.
This is Yusuf Nongkandri here.
Yes, we can.
So actually, my
Please.
presentation is scheduled tomorrow. So can I present it now if it's
Yes, yes, sure, you can.
okay? Okay. So I'll just fix my PPT.
Okay, okay.
Just give me a second. ये डायरेक्ट बात कर लेंगे. Hello, good evening. Hello, am I audible to you all?
Good evening. You can start. You are audible. Thank you.
Yes. So good evening once again to this 360 Research Foundation for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver my presentation. I'm a research scholar from Grijanan Chaudhary University, Guwahati, and I'm working on a topic on social emotional well-being of the students in relation to the curriculum. Well, today my topic is on my topic today is on social emotional learning as a bridge between academic excellence and life skills. So as we all know that if we talk about social emotional learning, it is actually a methodology that helps students of all ages to better comprehend their emotions, to feel those emotions fully and demonstrate empathy for others. Now, in a very broader term, if I have to explain to you what is social emotional learning, it means that in a school, so every children, every students, they have certain kind of problems. It could be emotional problem, it could be psychological problem. So it is the sole responsibility of the teachers in the school to give them that solid information regarding these kind of social emotional learning, and to support them so that they will never fall back and they will not fall apart from the track of what they are doing in the school. So over here, the social emotional learning is actually a methodology that teachers need to be abreast with to keep themselves updated with all those techniques and strategies whereby they will be able to handle the students in the school. So when I talk of these social emotional learning, we have certain principles that need to be understood and need to be learned as well, whereby the teachers need to be equipped with. So there are very 5 important principles of SEL, that is social emotional learning. The first one is the self-management. So in a school, the students should not be only taught from the academic field, but then it is very important that the teachers need to imbibe into the students how in the near future they are going to manage themselves. So that is what we call as self-management as one of the first very important principle of SEL. So second one is the self-awareness. So as a student in a school, it is also necessary and very pivotal that they need to be aware of what is actually happening in and around them. They need to know the surroundings. They need to adapt themselves into the surrounding whereby they can accommodate themselves in this society. And for this, school is the best platform where the teachers can imbibe and instill those skills in the student, whereby tomorrow in the near future when they grow up also, it could be any environment, they will be able to accommodate themselves very well into that society. The next is a social awareness. How much the student can get along with others. This is very, very important. Because in school, we know that there are categories of students, right from the average student, right from the substandard students, right from the brilliant student. And there are students who are introvert, who are very extrovert, who are ambivert. So knowing the personalities, it is the responsibility of the teacher to ensure that each and every student who is there in the classroom, they should be able to talk and get along with everybody in the class. Because if this is instilled in the mind of the students right from the age when they are in school till the secondary level, then it becomes very easier for them to handle whatever problems comes in their future when they grow up in the near future. And this is what we call as the third principle of social awareness, how much they can get social with the other people in the society. Then next is the responsible decision making. This is also another very important principle of SEL. Now over here, the teachers through the teaching of the lessons. It could be literature, it could be mathematics, it could be science, any subject that they teach. It is not necessary that they will teach in the classroom just to complete the course or the syllabus, the so-called. But then we have to remember that once the teacher is in the classroom, he or she is the boss of the classroom. So over here, their decision making should also be understood to the students, that since India is a democratic country and we believe in constructivism in the class. So over here, what happens is when the teacher is teaching a particular lesson to the students, so the teacher should come up and ask the students to come up with their own decision. Because here, why? By following this principle of constructivism, which is one of the very important philosophy and the methodology in education, over here, the children can come up with their own ideas, can come up with their own concepts. And in this way, this will give them an opportunity to even make decisions in their own life when they grow up eventually. So this responsible decision making will only be taught to the students from the classroom, and classroom is said to be the best platform for this. And the last important principle of SEL we have is the relationship skills. How much the student in the classroom can get along with others, can build that conducive and cordial relationships with each and everyone. Because they are students, we know that they come from a broken family. They come from a family which is not in harmony. They come from a family which are having many difficulties in their life. And for this, what happens is when they come to the school, there are some students who do not want to get along with anybody. So over here, the teacher needs to keep a check on such kind of students and try to build this relationship whereby they'll be able to be in a good cordial relation with each and everybody. And eventually, when they grow up also, they will have this instilled in their mind that relationship building with one another, living in a society, is very, very important and crucial. Now, next, I would like to speak about its importance of social emotional learning in education beyond academics. Now, we know that academics is very important, and the first motive of each and every school is, what is that? We have to complete the course. But besides this course, we need to remember that SEL, or the social emotional well-being of the students in the school, is very important. Because just by passing, in the exams, just by clearing and getting certificates is not enough unless and until the social well-being of the students is not enhanced or developed. So therefore, the NEP, the National Education Policy 2020, speaks about the importance of social emotional learning in education that is beyond academics. Now, I will just read out the points. The first point is, when we talk about SEL, it improves the mental health and well-being of the students. And this will be only enhanced in the classroom. This will only be incorporated in the classroom if the teacher is well-trained how to handle the students in the class. Now, next point is about enhance the social skills and relationships, which can again be instilled and taught to the students only through the classroom. Then again, another point here is increase the resilience. Increased resilience here means every student, they have problems in their life. It does not mean that that problem will put an end to the student's life. But in fact, we know this, that problems will shape a man into a better living. So therefore, a student with a problem must come out of the problem and must know how to adapt himself in that environment and move ahead. That's why we call that increased resilience is also one of the important factor through SEL that can be taught in the classroom by the teachers. Then another again point is stronger professional success. So once this SL is taught to the students, once this SL is imbibed in the minds of the students, then it becomes very easier for them in the near future how to be a professional person in life. Moving ahead, I would like to talk about the key areas of alignment, that is key areas of alignment with the NEP 2020. So this NEP 2020 has elaborated that SEL, or the so-called social emotional learning, has a very holistic development of the children in the school. It's not only about completing the curriculum, it's not only about completing the syllabus, but in fact, it is about the holistic development, that is the all-round development of the students in the school. Then we can talk about here is about the ethical and the value-based education. Nowadays, what we find in most of the school, this values and ethics is missing from our students. So therefore, through SEL, as it has been made mandatory by NEP also 2020, that value-based education and ethics should be imbibed and instilled into the mind and hearts of the student. This is important because etiquette plays a very important role in a man's life. no matter how much the person is well certified, well qualified, but what important is the etiquettes, and etiquettes and manners matters a lot in one's life. Therefore, SEL talks about this very much in the curriculum, incorporation with the ethical and value-based education. Next is the 21st century skills. Now this, when we talk about 21st century skills, I want to lay my emphasis on the soft skills, the personality development, which is very important, which in fact, down the line in the schools, these things has never been added, has never been incorporated. But nowadays, what happened is most of the schools, they are incorporating the syllabus of personality development and soft skills. And this is also very, very important because it makes a man into a perfect being. It helps the person to come out into a solid, perfect person, whereby once he is in his professional field, then he knows or she knows how to deal with things, deal with oneself, and deal with others in a very appropriate manner. Now, next point here is about the key areas of alignment is the social consciousness. How much the person is being conscious about the things in and around him, how much the person is being able to adapt himself to the given environment. So all this is can be developed, can be enhanced into the student only through the classrooms, and these need to be imbibed with the help of the teachers. Next, moving forward, I would like to talk about how is this SEL integrated. So how can we integrate or incorporate social emotional learning in our daily classroom? Now, the first thing is, we know we do have a prescribed syllabus. It could be CBSE, it could be a state syllabus, it could be international syllabus as well. But then at the same time, we need to frame our own syllabus and incorporate the curriculum development together with the SEL teaching, so that when a teacher is taking a class, at some point of time, just as an icebreaker in between or a kind of refreshment, the teacher can give an activity to the students, and through this activity, the student will be able to enhance and develop their own social emotional learning. Then next is the focus on the mental health. Now, mental health also plays a very important role, and this is what NEP always speaks about in SEL, that is social emotional learning. Now, as a students, we know this, that most of the students, they undergo a trauma once if they cannot come up to the expected marks, or maybe because of the problems in the family, they are being driven away or being debated away from the main point of concern. So over here, if the teacher is well informed, well alert, and well aware about what is happening in and around with the students, then it will be very easy for the student, for the teacher to handle such type of students who are having some kind of problem. Then another one is we need to have a very supportive, inclusive environment. Now, there are some students in the school. As per RTE, we cannot exclude any students who are maybe physically challenged, or maybe some students who are having some kind of problem with them. So through this inclusive education, we need to have or bring a supportive environment in the classroom. And these students will only be able to develop themselves, that is with the help of the SEL being integrated and incorporated into the teachings, into the daily affairs of classroom. Then another one here is we have to align our SEL, social emotional learning, with academics and with the SEL standards. With academic means how can the teacher incorporate these things into the daily classroom and imbibe into the minds of the student that the social emotional well-being is very, very essential and important to all of us. Then next is there can be many such activities on which the SEL can be incorporated in the classroom, and for this it is very important that training of the teachers need to be conducted from time to time on a regular basis, and this training will indeed help the teachers to enhance their knowledge with the with alignment with the SEL, how they can incorporate in the classroom. Now, another one, just why SEL matters. Yes, of course, we always speak about social emotional learning, but it has been observed, it has been manifested that most of the schools are not following SEL at all. The reason is because they are more concerned about the syllabus completion. They are more into the completion of the syllabus. They're more into the scholastic and the course scholastic activities to complete that on time and to upload in CBSE or state board. But the matter here is what we need to remember here, that together with the certification, together with the as the years are passing by of the student in a school till the secondary level, we need to give them this democratic environment whereby the student will be able to decide, they will be able to come up and express the emotions to the teacher concerned, and in the same way the teacher will be able to handle these students together with the help of the school counselors. Then another point over here is why SEL matters is because it reduces the emotional stress and the behavioral issue, and it builds life skill communication, which is actually based on empathy and the resilience. Then again, SEL it matters a lot because it prepares the students for future workforce and citizenship. So SEL is one of the very important things which usually helps the student to develop themselves. And yes, of course, and even in future also, it's going to help the student to become a good citizen of the nation. Next is, I would just like to speak about the SEL as a bridge between academics and life skill. So if I talk about that SEL, social emotional learning, is a bridge between academics and life skill is because in this teaching in the classroom, there can be critical thinking. We can give an assignment to the students based on such critical thinking, or to have some kind of motivation in the classroom. At the same time, we can give those through the subject, through the teaching of the subject like mathematics and science. We can enhance their reasoning ability. We can enhance their analytical reasoning. So these need to be connected in the daily classroom. And yes, of course, it is really going to help the development of the social emotional well-being of the students in school. And some activities I would like to speak over here is we can conduct the role play through the teaching of the literature, through the teaching of the history, through the teaching of the political science in the classroom. We can have some reflective journals. We can have some case studies that can be studied in the classroom. Then we can have a very mindfulness and stressful management sessions. We need to have a sessions on the stress management, and we need to give some ways and means of how can we handle the stress of the students. Then we can have peer mentoring. Peer mentoring also, it's very important. And through my experience also, I have seen that peer mentoring helps a lot in enhancing and developing the SEL in the classroom. We can conduct group projects, and we can build a very good teacher-student relationship through good bonding. And the teacher must know the student must understand the teacher, and we can have the integration of the across subjects like literature, social science, mathematics, problem solving with collaboration. And with all this, I would like to once again thank the 360 Research Foundation for giving me this chance to deliver my short presentation before you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining. Do we have next participant, or first, is there any question related to this Mr. Yusuf's presentation? If anyone want to ask something to Mr. Yusuf?
Yes. Thank you, sir,
Okay,
so much.
I think there is no question at all. Thank you so much. Thank you for your presentation. Is there any question or any
Yes.
presentation left?
Yes, hello. Could I ask?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay. Your presentation was well structured, and you
So
just
much.
focused on like teaching and the methodologies and something related to it. So I have a question here. Like you mentioned about role play. So can you tell that how can we take the role play to reach the students in an effective way?
Yes, yeah,
How
sure.
can we make them,
Yes.
and some like collaborative approaches, because students like they don't just normally involve in role play, and they are very shy and they shun themselves from
Yes, exactly.
taking motive there. So can you give some tips?
Yes. See, as I have said already in my presentation, that in a classroom, we, as a teacher, we need to know the personality of the students. Some, as you have also mentioned, some are introverts, some are ambiverts, some are extrovert. Now, so in this way, we can make a groupings. We can make a groupings in the classroom, and we can select those students who are extrovert. Suppose we are teaching a subject history. Suppose we are teaching about French Revolution. And in French Revolution, we have the three estates, like the first estate, the second estate, the third estate. Now over here, what we can do is we can divide the classroom into that groups. Then we can make somebody as a monarch or the king. Now in this way, what will happen is the students will have the keen interest in participating in the activity of the classes. Now in this way, they will also understand what has actually happened in the past about the French Revolution. it will also enhance into the development of the social emotional learning into the students, because from this revolution they will understand what is the society all about and what was actually happening in the society and how the society got its independence. So in this way the student will also be imbibed with certain liberty, with certain ideals in their mind and heart, and through this it will let them to grow into an enhanced and human being. And if you talk about the projects, yes, of course, projects also help a lot of the student, and we can have collaborative projects. So we can pull out those students who are very introvert, since they don't want to participate in activity and all. Now, for these students, we can conduct collaborative projects, help them, support them, give them a free hand, and let them come up with their own ideas. And these ideas will help them to grow independently.
Thank you. So that was I actually I got the replay for about how to proceed with my teaching further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf, for answering. Is there any question? Anyone want to ask something? So, is there anyone who want to present today? You want to present your paper? Or anything we could discuss right now? Okay, I think it is over now. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for giving time, and
So
thank you
can
for
I?
listening for this national conference. We will see you tomorrow by around 5 o'clock or 5:30. Schedule is already sent in WhatsApp group, and tomorrow we have many lectures. We have
So can
so
I
many
present?
senior. Yes, please.
So can I present?
Okay, okay. Anupriya. Okay, you can present.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Shall I start?
Yes, please.
थैंक यू सो मच। सबसे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेरा नाम अनुप्रिया है और मैं रिसर्च स्कॉलर हूँ ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी से हूँ। मेरा जो टॉपिक है वो रिसर्च का जो मेरा टॉपिक है वो है महिला पुलिस के संघर्ष का एक विश्लेषणात्मक तुलनात्मक अध्ययन। मोस्टली हमारी जो महिलाएं हैं उनके सशक्तिकरण की बात की जा रही है आज के टाइम में बहुत ब्रॉडली, बट क्या रियल में जो सशक्तिकरण हो रहा है उसमें जो फील्ड मैंने चूज की है पुलिस। लाइक एक बहुत लॉन्ग टाइम तक जो महिलाएं थी पुलिस फील्ड से अलग रही हैं। जो पुलिस फील्ड रही है वो मोस्टली पुरुष प्रधान समाज की मानी जाती रही है। एंड देखा जाए तो मध्यकाल के काल में तो उनका बिल्कुल कोई जिक्र या फिर हिस्ट्री उनकी बिल्कुल भी हमें नहीं मिलती है। बट आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस एक महिलाएं कुछ इतिहास मिलना स्टार्ट होता है। बट मेरी जो मेनली जो तुलनात्मक मैं करना चाहती हूँ वो ये देखना चाहती हूँ कि इंडिया में इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद से लेकर के और अभी तक का जो टाइम पीरियड है उनकी कितनी प्रगति हुई है, कितना रियल में उनका एम्पावरमेंट हुआ है। तो यहाँ पे जो चीज मैं फाइंड आउट कर रही हूँ, तो सबसे पहले मेरी इस रिसर्च का जो उद्देश्य है वो ये है कि जो भारतीय राज्य हैं उसमें महिलाओं की वास्तविक स्थिति जो है, जो परिस्थितियां हमें दिखाई जाती हैं कि यस रियली में महिलाओं को पावर दी गई है, महिला ये कर सकती हैं, तो वो चीजें रियल में है कि नहीं है। सेकंड मेरा जो उद्देश्य है वो ये है कि भारतीय राज्य में आजकल ऑल वुमेन पुलिस स्टेशन की स्थापना की जा रही है, तो ये कितना सकारात्मक रहा है और इसमें कितनी ज्यादा उन्नति हुई है, इस चीज का उद्देश्य रहा है। थर्ड मेरा भारतीय समाज की महिला पुलिस का दृष्टिकोण क्या रहा है समाज में, तो वो ये थ्री उद्देश्य लेकर के मैं ये सर्च करी। सबसे पहले जो समस्या यहाँ पे देखते है महिला पुलिस को देखते हैं, महिलाओं को शारीरिक से मानसिक रूप से कमजोर किया जाता है। उनके लिए जो प्रोफेशन डिसाइड किए जाते हैं उनको बताया जाता है कि आप शिक्षिका ही बने, आप डॉक्टर बने, आप नर्स बने, काउंसलर बने, आप जॉब कीजिए, आपके लिए ये पुलिस वाली या फिर आर्मी वाली जो जॉब्स है वो सुटेबल नहीं है क्योंकि आप इतने मानसिक रूप से, शारीरिक रूप से सशक्त नहीं हो, आप ऐसी पुलिस वाली जॉब में जाओगे तो बहुत सारी हिंसक और खतरनाक गतिविधियां आपको करनी पड़ती हैं। तो इन सब का सामना आप नहीं कर पाओगे। तो मोस्टली फैमिली भी उनको रोकती है और वो खुद भी उनको बचपन से इस तरीके से ट्रेन किया जाता है कि आप वीक हो, आप उसमें ना जाओ। तो ये सारी चीजें बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर यहाँ पे काम करती हैं कि महिला पुलिस में बहुत कम रोल आ पाती है। तो ये एक मानसिकता वाला जो सोशली भी उनके ऊपर इम्पैक्ट आता है, फिर खुद भी अपनी ऊपर उस चीज को ले लेती है। तो ये एक यहाँ पे रहा है। दूसरी चीज, अगर कोई महिला पुलिस बन भी जाती है तो उसके लिए शादी में बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट होती है कि ये तो महिला पुलिस है, इससे शादी नहीं करनी, क्योंकि वहां पे एक नेगेटिव थॉट आ जाती है कि वो फिर उसमें भी एक बहुत यहाँ पे बनता है। हमारी जो है विद्यात्मक व्यवस्था यहाँ पे मानी जाती है, लिंग भेदभाव बहुत ज्यादा किया जाता है, ये सब चीजें हैं। एंड लाइक अगर महिलाएं पुलिस में चली भी जाती हैं, भर्ती भी हो जाती है, वहां पर कार्यस्थल पर जो पुरुष पुलिसकर्मी होते हैं उनका भी सहयोग पूरे तरीके से नहीं मिल पाता है। क्यों? क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग से जो पुलिस व्यवस्था रही है वो पुरुष प्रधान व्यवस्था ही रही है। तो उनके साथ वो अपने से हमेशा उनको नीचे रखते हैं, चाहे उनसे ऊपरी पोस्ट पे भी अगर महिला पुलिस है, चाहे वो उनसे काबिल होते, बट उनको ये बिल्कुल भी सहन नहीं होती कह सकते हैं, या फिर उनको ये चीज बिल्कुल भी नहीं होती कि ये तो क्या ही करेंगे। उन बिल्कुल भी मोटिवेशन या फिर एक रिस्पेक्ट वाली जो चीजें आती है वो चीजें नहीं आती हैं। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर समस्या यहाँ पे है। मैंने दो तरीके से यहाँ पे की थी। फर्स्ट, एक तो प्राथमिक शोध से मैंने चुना था, दूसरा द्वितीय शोध। तो प्राथमिक शोध में मैंने डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट, इनडायरेक्ट मीन्स जैसे कि इंटरव्यू तरीके से मैंने की थी। एंड सेकेंडली, मैंने जो द्वितीय शोध के अंदर रिसर्च की है वो वेबसाइट से की है। लाइक जो पुलिस की मेन वेबसाइट्स होती हैं, गृह मंत्रालय की वेबसाइट्स होती हैं, BRBD की जो वेबसाइट्स हैं, यहाँ से मैंने आंसर एकत्रित किए हैं। RTI की का भी यहाँ पे मैंने सहारा लिया है अपनी रिसर्च की मेन, लेकिन मैं सही तरीके से तुलनात्मक अध्ययन कर सकूं कि रियल में पहले में और आज में महिलाओं की जो स्थिति है, उनका जो संघर्ष आज तक का रहा है वो कितना वर्क किया है, कितना सशक्तिकरण उनका यहाँ पे हो पाया है। तो यहाँ पे जब मैंने किया और मैंने जब आंकड़े एकत्रित करने शुरू किए, तो इंटरव्यूज के दो और ये वेबसाइटों से जो आंकड़े एकत्रित किए हैं, तो उसमें सबसे पहले मैंने देखा कि जो पुलिस की भर्तियां कही जाती है कि हाँ आज महिलाएं बहुत ज्यादा हो गई होंगे, बल्कि उसके मुकाबले देखा जाए तो जो पुलिस की टोटल पुरुष की जो वैकेंसीज होती हैं या जो भर्तियां जो टोटली होती हैं उसके मुकाबले हाफ से भी कम आज महिला पुलिस यहाँ पे है। लाइक अगर हम देखें तो 2023 में जो महिला पुलिस कर्मियों की फुल इंडिया के अंदर संख्या देखी जाए तो ओनली एंड ओनली 6% थी। 2020 में अगर देखें तो ये ओनली 10.30% थी। और अभी जो BRBD ने जो 1/1/2023 में अपना डाटा रिलीज किया था उसके अकॉर्डिंग यहाँ पे जो संख्या है 2022 में तो ओनली 12%, जो कि बहुत ही कम है। तो एज कंपैरिजन में देखा जाए तो ये कोई एक बहुत अच्छा पॉजिटिव नहीं निकल करके आ रही है। तो यहाँ पे जो चीजें दिखाई गई हैं तो ये एक सशक्तिकरण के पॉजिटिव फेवर में नहीं करता है। दूसरी चीज यहाँ पे जो हम देख रहे हैं पुलिस का जो है ना उद्देश्य था कि मैं इसमें देखूं कि जो स्टार्टिंग में जब फर्स्ट वुमेन पुलिस टेबल किया गया था 1973 के एक आर्टिकल के अंदर, तो जो 1973 आज के 2020 कितने पुलिस स्टेशन की स्थापना हुई है। हमने देखा कि 2011 में एक BRBD की रिपोर्ट आई थी, उसमें जो 22 राज्य और केंद्र शासित प्रदेश थे उसमें उनकी जो संख्या थी वो थी 442। एंड आज जो प्रेजेंट डाटा हमने लिया है उसमें 36 राज्यों और केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों में ओनली 76 वुमेन पुलिस स्टेशन है। तो ये वाला डाटा थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव फेवर में लगता है कि हाँ इसके ऊपर सकारात्मक रूप से यहाँ पे काम हो रहा है, फेवर भी चीजें जा रही हैं। बट वहीं पे एक जो सबसे खतरनाक और खौफनाक जो डाटा निकल के आता है आरटीआई के थ्रू, मैंने यहाँ पे चेक किया कि जैसे कि जो वुमेन्स होती है, नॉर्मल वुमेन्स होती है, उनके साथ तो यौन उत्पीड़न होना एक नॉर्मल चीज होती है, कार्यस्थल पे उनके साथ बहुत मिसबिहेव होता है, यौन उत्पीड़न जैसी चीज होती है। तो क्या रियल में जो महिला पुलिस कर्मी होती हैं उनके साथ भी सेम ये चीजें होती हैं? तो जब मैंने आंकड़े चेक किए, आरटीआई वगैरह की हेल्प ली एंड कुछ एक दो लोगों से मैंने इंटरव्यू भी किया, तो वो बट इंटरव्यू में उन्होंने खुल करके अपनी ये चीजें नहीं बताई। बट हाँ, जो मैंने आरटीआई से आंकड़ा निकाला उसमें रियल में बहुत तो ये चीजें पाई गई कि यस, कार्यस्थल पे भी महिला पुलिस कर्मियों के साथ यौन उत्पीड़न होता है, तो जो एक बहुत ही भयानक और डरावना होता है। तो यहाँ पे इसके ऊपर बहुत ही जो सशक्तिकरण हम कहते हैं ना, तो ये चीजें यहाँ पे बहुत नेगेटिव फेवर में चली जाती है महिला पुलिस कर्मियों के उसमें। तो यहाँ पे ये एक नेगेटिव पॉइंट है। 2017 एंड 2019 का अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें, तो मैंने दिल्ली का एक आंकड़ा लिया था, तो उसमें 2017 में 10 ऐसी महिला पुलिसकर्मी थी जिनका यौन उत्पीड़न कार्यस्थल पे उनके ही सहकर्मियों के द्वारा किया गया। 2018 में 7 एंड 2019 में 4 ऐसे लोग थे जिनके साथ ये घटना हुई थी। देन उस तो ये चीजें भी बहुत खौफनाक हैं, इनके ऊपर काम करना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि जब एक महिला को हेल्थी एनवायरनमेंट नहीं मिल पाता है तो वो वैसे ही फिर जॉब छोड़ देती हैं। तो महिला पुलिस कर्मियों के लिए यहाँ पे एक हेल्थी एनवायरनमेंट की जरूरत है। दूसरा यहाँ पे जो एक मेन बैरियर यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं कि महिला पुलिस कर्मियों के लिए क्या यहाँ पे रहा है। तो महिला पुलिस कर्मियों के लिए बैरियर में ये चीजें आती हैं कि उनके ऊपर बहुत सारी चीजों का ना प्रेशर दिखाई देता है। लाइक यौन उत्पीड़न का तो हमने पढ़ लिया। जैसे उनके जो खुद के पुलिसकर्मी होते हैं, पुलिस कर्मियों का उनके ऊपर दबाव होता है, राजनेता होते हैं, उनका भी प्रेशर उनके ऊपर आ जाता है। साथ में उनकी फैमिली होती है, ये सारी चीजें उनको प्रेशर क्रिएट करने की यहाँ पे कोशिश करते हैं, जिससे कि उनके मानसिक रूप से प्रेशर बनता है। लाइक और एक जो प्रोफेशन का उनका जो प्रेशर होता है वो भी पड़ता है। तो दोनों तरीके से जब ये प्रेशर उनके ऊपर पड़ता है तो वो और भी ज्यादा मेंटली डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है और कार्य करने में उनको बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफिकल्टी। तो एक तरह से तो निश्चित हम ये चीज कह सकते हैं कि यस, महिला पुलिसकर्मियों की भर्ती हुई जरूर है, बट बहुत ज्यादा लेवल पे महिलाएं अभी भी इतनी रुचिकर नहीं है। कुछ महिलाएं सिर्फ एज इकोनॉमिकल की उनको इंडिपेंडेंस मिले उस चीज को चुनती हैं, बाकी की आर्थिक होनी और भी ज्यादा जरूरी है। 2006 के अंदर एक समिति ने यहाँ पे खुद ये चीज कही थी कि जो महिलाएं हैं उनका प्रेजेंटेशन 33% होना चाहिए। बट अभी देखा जाए तो प्रेजेंट के टाइम में ये जो डाटा है लाइक 12% ये तो दूर दूर तक भी वहां तक नहीं है। तो 2000 से लेके 2012 चल रहा है, तो अभी भी यहाँ बहुत ज्यादा सकारात्मक परिवर्तन करने की आवश्यकता है, जिससे कि यहाँ पे एम्पावरमेंट है। तो ये चीजें यहाँ पे होनी चाहिए। सामाजिक परंपराएं जो हैं, सामाजिक कठिनाइयां जो है, लिंग भेदभाव जो होता है, सामाजिक रूढ़िवादिता है, मानसिकता यहाँ पे है, ये सब बहुत बड़े बैरियर्स यहाँ पे बनते हैं एक महिला पुलिसकर्मी के लिए एक पॉजिटिव रोल अदा करने में, और इस कारण यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा उनको संघर्षों का सामना करना पड़ता है। कुछ सुझाव यहाँ पे मैंने लिखे हैं, तो वो मैं यहाँ पे बताना चाहूंगी कि जैसे कि महिला पुलिसकर्मी का जो यौन उत्पीड़न सहकर्मियों के साथ होते हैं, तो मेनली जैसे कि नॉर्मल जो फीमेल्स होती हैं उनके लिए जैसे कि लॉज बनाए गए हैं, उसी तरीके से इनके लिए भी कुछ ऐसे स्पेशल लॉज बनाए जाएं ताकि वो भी निडर होकर के अपने जो वरिष्ठ अधिकारी होते हैं या फिर जो सहकर्मी हैं उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठा सके, सुरक्षित वातावरण वहाँ हो, और उनमें एक निर्भयता की भावना है कि उनके साथ लाइक एक कोई नाइट ड्यूटी कर रही है या फिर नाइट को वो जा रही है, तो उनके साथ किसी तरीके की कोई भी यहाँ पे दुर्घटना या हो, या फिर जैसे कि पेट्रोलियम वगैरह में जाते हैं, कई बार ऐसा हमें नाइट शिफ्ट में जाना पड़ता है, तो वहाँ पे एक सुरक्षित एनवायरनमेंट है, निर्भयता वाला वातावरण यहाँ पे बन सके। दूसरी चीज ये कि सुझाव की में मोस्टली जो फीमेल्स होती हैं उनको शारीरिक रूप से कमजोर समझ के उनको फील्ड्स की जॉब्स नहीं दी जाती, मोस्टली उनको डेस्क जॉब्स ही दी जाती है, तो उनको भी अपनी प्रतिभा को साबित करने का मौका दिया जाना चाहिए। उनको भी फील्ड वाइज जॉब दी जानी चाहिए और उनकी जो ट्रेनिंग है वो इस तरीके से की जानी चाहिए कि वो उस चीज के लिए रेडी रहे, शारीरिक मानसिक रूप से, और उनको भी इस चीज में शामिल किया जा सके। थर्ड चीज जो यहाँ पे मैं सुझाव के रूप में बताना चाहूंगी कि एक हेल्थी एनवायरनमेंट जो होना चाहिए निजी जीवन के बीच में और जो पेशेवर जीवन है, क्योंकि एक महिला के ऊपर ना सिर्फ एक रोजगार की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है बल्कि उसकी फैमिली की कहीं ना कहीं पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी उसी पे ही होती है, चाहे एक फीमेल वर्किंग हो या ना हो, उसको हमेशा अपने परिवार की देखभाल उसे ही करनी होती है, उसके बच्चे को, उसके सब कुछ उसी को ही करना पड़ता है। तो यहाँ पे एक ऐसा हेल्थी एनवायरनमेंट बनाना चाहिए, ऐसी कुछ नीतियां बनानी चाहिए, जैसे कि अगर कोई विवाह है तो विवाह में कुछ स्पेशल ज्यादा दिन के अवकाश जैसे दे देना, उसके अकॉर्डिंग चिकित्सा बीमा उनको देना, सैनिटरी उत्पाद कार्यस्थल पे कराए जाना, विशेष आवश्यक सुविधाएं, जैसे क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे पुलिस में देखा जाता है कि कैसे जंगलों वाली जगहों पे पेट्रोलिंग की जाती है, कुछ ऐसे एरियाज होते हैं जहाँ पे दूर दूर तक की आवाज का कोई वो नहीं होता, तो उनकी इस तरीके से आवाज से यहाँ पे बनाने चाहिए जिससे कि उनको भी सिक्योर रहे और हेल्थी एनवायरनमेंट यहाँ पे क्रिएट हो। और तीसरी चौथा जो सुझाव है वो यहाँ पे ये देना चाहेंगे कि सबसे पहले तो जो हमारी रूढ़िवादी सोच है हमारे समाज की कि महिलाएं ये वो पुलिस में नहीं जाना चाहिए, तो इसको यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा परिवर्तित करने का जरूरत है, क्योंकि और इसको यहाँ पे किस तरीके से परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है, लाइक कैंपेन लगाए जा सकते हैं, कॉलेजेस में कैंपेन लगाए जा सकते हैं, मोटिवेट किया जा सकता है पेरेंट्स को भी और फीमेल्स को भी कि वो यहाँ पे आए और बढ़ चढ़ कर यहाँ पे हिस्सा लें। थैंक यू सो मच, ये थी मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन एंड थैंक यू सुधांशु सर, आपने मुझे मौका दिया प्रेजेंटेशन देने का।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। आप जिस फील्ड पे रिसर्च कर रही हैं हमने भी इस पे कुछ काम किया है हमारे यहाँ
जी जी
बिहार में। वी आर बेस्ड इन वेस्ट चंपारण डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ बिहार। मुझे भी कुछ ऐसी चीजें लगी थी, फिर आफ्टर सम टाइम वी स्टार्टेड वर्किंग विद लोकल पुलिस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। हमने एक टीम बनाई जिसका नाम टीम ए रखा था, विच वॉज मेनली वर्किंग फॉर वुमेन सिक्योरिटी ओवरऑल। आपने एक टॉपिक केवल वुमेन्स इन पुलिस लिया है, बट हमने जो कवर किया था ओवरऑल गर्ल्स की सेफ्टी के लिए हम क्या कैसे कर सकते हैं। एंड उस टाइम के हमारे डीजीपी गुप्तेश्वर पांडे सर हुआ करते थे, उन्होंने भी हमारी टीम को अप्रिशिएट किया था। एंड स्टिल टुडे वी आर वर्किंग विद बिहार पुलिस। टाइम टू टाइम हमें बिहार पुलिस से सपोर्ट मिलता रहता है एंड हम लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं डिफरेंट स्टेट में भी पुलिस के साथ में मिलके काम करने के लिए। एंड रिसर्चर्स लाइक यू जो आप कुछ फाइंडिंग्स निकाल के देती हैं एंड उस चीज को यदि आप हमारे साथ शेयर करती हैं तो वी कैन शेयर दिस रिसर्च रिपोर्ट, रिसर्च पेपर, रिसर्च डिटेल विद डिफरेंट डीजीपी जो अलग अलग स्टेट के होते हैं। तो this will help police and policing system to make better policies. Thank you so much, ma'am. Is there
यस यस
anyone
ऑफकोर्स,
want to
थैंक यू सो
present
मच।
today? जी. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Is there anyone want to present today? Thank you so much. I think we should conclude this session. I'm so thankful to you all. I'm so thankful to today's resource person, Professor Umadevi Kovuru. Ma'am is Professor Emeritus, and many research scholars presented their ideas, presented their research work. I'm so thankful on behalf of 360 Research Foundation. We are thanking you for today's session and hoping you will join tomorrow's session on time. And I will update you through email and WhatsApp groups. Uh, please follow that groups and your email. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
थैंक यू।
Thank you. Good night, everybody.